All right, good afternoon. It is Thursday, June 11th, and today we had mostly a range day until it broke out to the high side. And that was a strong breakout, so I don't know if there's a news-related item that created that, but uh, it kind of makes sense just because the past 3 days, well, really the past 5 days. So what was this? This is Monday. Monday was kind of a calm day, but last Friday. Uh, high, low. Last Friday was a 230 point bar. Tuesday was a 244 point bar. Yesterday was a 150 point bar. So today was about a 200 point bar. So when we were sitting at, hold on. For some reason, I thought this range was like about 80 points, but I think it was 80 here. But let's look at 72.32, 73.38. So that's still, the average bar for the past couple of days has been about 200 points. So this is small. So when it does break out, I think it makes sense to buy. And, you know, that's pretty much what happened. So I was done by the time that all that happened. But let's take a look. So you come in, let's say you come in at 5 o'clock. That's a pretty good move to sell. I mean, it looks like we have a failed break higher. So I think the math is very good on this one, and you can see people made a lot of money there. Came down to about the midline of this range. Got a bit of a rally before selling off again. You get a break, move to a new low, and that kind of forms like a double bottom. And then we get another rally and test the highs. So I think going short in here makes sense mathematically. Yeah, let me make this larger. Whoops. And so if you think this sell-off looks like it's over, I think you could argue for buying here. Then you get a bunch of inside bars though, so you got to pretty much get out. And then we form this bear channel. And we come back to the EMA here. I like that because the reason I like this was because yeah, we hadn't made a new low at that point, so we didn't make a low below this, and I just with the how strong of a bear move this was, I just thought that this was a trap. It felt like it in real time. So personally, I like this. And then it reverses on a dime. So I do think that you can take this one. I wasn't really feeling the shorts yet by this time, but once we got this failed second entry short, I thought that's when I felt like it was a great time to get long. I think you can buy this one too. This looked like a second entry long, but really I was like in buying near the EMA with a limit order because this to me looked like a channel, and this looked like the first break outside of the channel. So boom, you get a strong move up, and here it depends on how you feel here and what you are thinking the market is trying to do. So the way I was seeing it, yeah, we had a break outside of this bull channel and a move to a new high. But at the same time, when we get this correction, prices didn't create a gap below the EMA. And so I was thinking maybe this would be the breakout. But I don't like that we had a strong bull move that was instantly um, taken back, so to speak. So I do think you can go short here. Again, it depends on how you're seeing the market. You can go short on the lower high. It pulls back if you go short on that lower high, so you might get a little frustrated, but eventually turns out to be a good move. And when it created this channel, this bear channel, I thought we were going much lower, but we didn't. So I mean, I personally like going short. Maybe you go short at the, closer to the EMA on a limit order here. Then you get a bunch of overlap here, so you just gotta get out. And it reverses. You get this sort of range here. And, although this looks like a range, and maybe you should really draw it to like here because of all these inside bars. This looks like a tight bear channel. So again, depending on how you're seeing this, maybe you can go short in here. I don't think I would. Maybe, yeah, maybe. So you get a double top, a nice bear bar right there. If you don't like that, you get a nice lower high, and that's at the top of this range, within the larger range. So I think that's a pretty good place to get short, and turns out to be phenomenal. A phenomenal move, and then it quickly reverses. Boom, higher low, strong bull bar. I don't know about this as a failure, but where did it bounce? I was looking at, I want to say I was looking at 80 as the mid mark. Yeah, that looks about like the midline. So that went a little bit below that. Um, I think you can consider this. I'm not sure I would take this as a failed second entry short because it's right in the midline of this range. Turns out to be a good move though. This kind of looks like a channel. Yeah. Get a break, move to a new high, two legs down, and really we're just flip-flopping. It's just hard to trade this stuff in the middle of the day. I feel like at the beginning of the day, this stuff is easier for me because I'm generally more aware of whether or not the market is trying to break out or not. But when it's been going back and forth and it's, you know, 3 hours after the market opens, to me that's more difficult. But we sell off and then this just explosion just happens. I should see how fast this happened. That bar closed at 10:24. When did this bar close? So that's, within 4 minutes, you got a 25-point move, 10:24. Oh, this is 10:28 as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was a news event because it's all happening in 6 minutes. And prices, you can see just going back and forth there. But then we start going a little higher at about 12 o'clock. So could you get in on this move up? I mean, let's draw. So there's the range. That's how it looks in hindsight. I'm not sure how I would draw this one in real time. I honestly, I'd probably draw it more like this off those first two highs. So it breaks out, it fails. It breaks out again, it fails, but makes higher lows. So yeah, I kind of like that. So I'm thinking I might consider getting long here. Definitely consider it there. That pretty much takes you into the end of the day. So let's take a look at the daily, weekly, monthly charts because I haven't been doing these reviews much. So on the daily chart, you got a big outside bull bar, and I mean that it's not very surprising. I was expecting a bit more of a correction, but we've only had like 2 or 3 instances on the daily chart of back-to-back strong bear days. You can see right here, and it was July 31st and August 1st of 2025. You could argue these two though. I'm looking. What day is this? Okay, so back in March. Uh, but that's it. So it's still a bull market. Here's the weekly chart. So uh, hard to say what's going to happen here, but tomorrow's Friday, so it's the last day. I don't think we'll 74.91. We could go higher. We could. And here's the monthly chart. We got a few weeks left in the month, so not a whole lot of information here other than I think it was bouncing off the highs of this channel. So anyway, uh, here's one last look at it. I'll be back tomorrow.